Why are you a real person?
No.
Missed.
I haven't shit my pants in weeks, actually.
Did you say weeks? That is going to be the intro for the episode.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
Welcome to What Pissed You Off This Week.
I'm your host, Lele, the former employee of the North Pole Inc., Raukola, and I'm joined here today by Torgeir, the one with the ugliest clan and the longest face, Ryssevik. Say hello, Torgeir.
Why is it always me?
Because you are the one with the ugliest clan and the longest face, Torgeir.
It's hard to be a Nissemai. Hello, it's good to be back.
Hell yeah.
In the couch.
And I got a hat.
Yes.
From you.
Hell
Thank
yeah.
you.
Because
we dyed my roots yesterday and they are currently very yellow because I didn't have time to tone them.
Hell yeah.
Thank you. Are you ready? Christmas is getting closer.
It is.
Have you done your Christmas shopping?
I bought the Christmas calendar thing I was talking about. The one, the scratch card calendar.
Oh, did you go to the Christmas thing?
What?
Where did you buy the thing from?
At the store. Cool.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just a scratch card calendar.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Nice.
So you take one section per day and you can win prizes and shit.
Nice. My mom, I asked my mom to buy me a Christmas calendar for when I go to Finland. I don't know if she has done that.
Yeah.
We'll see. I will update you. Anyways. What pissed you off this week?
What pissed me off this week is, so what pissed me off this week is I very recently, a couple hours ago, listened back to the episode of the 29th of November, where I had some really good points about why trackpads are better than mice.
Yes.
And my fucking freedom of speech was compromised. Because all of my good points about why trackpads are better than mice were cut out of the episode completely.
Because you went on a fucking 4-minute rant. I had to cut it for time. Did you notice that also half of my things were cut out of the episode?
At least when I listened back to the episode, it sounded like you had some arguments about why mice are better and I just caved. That's not what happened. So now I want you to listen. Don't interrupt. I want you to listen to why trackpads are better than mice.
Wait, can I first defend myself? Do you remember when that episode was done editing?
No.
That was less than an hour before midnight, which is when the episode came out.
Is that my fault?
It was partially, wasn't it? I don't remember how, but I'm sure it was. Anyway, that's why because I usually always listen through it to make sure that we have about an equal amount of speaking time.
Yeah.
And I didn't have time to do that. I just had to start exporting it, and I had done some cutting, and I was like, let's just hope that everything sounds coherent.
I will understand. On a laptop, the trackpad sucks. Not because it is bad, but because it's in a terrible position. Because you have your keyboard here, and then you have to move your hand down to use the mouse. Sucks. Or the trackpad. Anyways, but with the trackpad in a proper position, your hands are just resting. You don't have to move your hand at all. You're just resting your hand as if you were typing on a keyboard. You have it on your trackpad and you just do this. You don't have to move it at all. And then you can scroll to the side without using keybinds. You can zoom in and out without using keybinds. And you can do multi-touch gestures for multitasking and shit, which you can't do on a fucking mouse without using motherfucking keybinds. Motherfucker.
Do you feel better now that you've gotten to give out your reasons?
Trackpads are better than mice.
No, they are not, and I will cut that out of this episode as well. Oh my god! Stop that! You broke the balls!
They can be reattached.
This will be left in the episode. Where the fuck did it go?
It's behind you. Oh, they're behind you.
What do you mean other behind?
There.
Oh. That one's somewhere around the world.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. I hear your feedback on the editing of last week's episode. I don't respect your opinion at all. I reject it completely, and I think you're stupid. But okay, you...
Here's for you now, and here's for you when you're editing this.
This is the stupidest episode we've ever recorded.
Anyways, what pissed you off this week?
I completely forgot. I was so caught up. What the fuck was I gonna say? Well, you know what? Since we are now talking about last week's episode, I am still pissed off by Resolve.
That was your pissed off last week as well.
Yes. Because for some reason my Resolve, like the editing software that I used to edit, for example, these episodes, is super slow.
Yeah.
I don't know what has happened. Have I so completely clogged my iMac with random shit that there's just no longer space for it to work? Probably.
Have you checked how much available space there is?
Right now, over 800 gigabytes.
That should be sufficient.
Yeah. Because I just cleared out about 200,000 optimized media files from my computer.
That is a bunch.
And I have to do it after every episode.
Yeah.
Because I think it does it for every frame. And that's what it does.
Every frame is a file?
I think so. Like that is the only reason I can get for there to be like 200,000 after each fucking episode.
Yeah. Is that the actual number?
I don't remember.
But like it's that type of number.
That is that type of number. On the first time, it was over 400,000 files. Yeah, which is ridiculous. But I don't know if if it's just that the iMac is old and like now that I've been using it a lot, is it just getting tired?
Shouldn't be.
Yeah, but like, is it just overheating or something? I don't know. But my Resolve has been pissing me off this week because I run the social media for Subwoofer. And I've been making these promotional clips for a new song that we are releasing very soon. Keep your eyes peeled. But yeah, and I've been making that promotional material for that. And it's been super slow because I had to go frame by frame. And then like when I move these, I'm basically just copy pasting like badly Photoshop, just badly like I track their faces onto different movie scenes. And when I try to move it, like the photo, it's so slow. It takes me like 3 seconds to make a single move. So it takes me a super long time to edit.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have to,
Is it like sometimes when you're dragging things in Photoshop and
Yeah.
it's going so slow and then you're going so slow to like keep up with the slowness of it and then you have it placed, you wait for another 5 seconds to just make sure it's there.
Yep.
You let go and then it moves.
Yep, exactly that. And that has been pissing me off today and yeah.
Yes.
And I don't know why. Why has that happened?
I don't know. Because like technology will get tired after a while, but it won't happen like across a month that it just wears down like that.
Like, because I have noticed this like gradually over time.
Yeah.
And I did have some buffering issues when I was making the live visuals for Spaceman.
Yeah.
If I had all the like layers open. So it could just be that it's getting tired. Because it is also like a relatively old iMac.
Yeah.
And because I am editing a lot of high resolution footage. So that is very exhausting for the software, I guess.
Yeah.
Or no, the hardware. But I don't know. And that is pissing me off because I don't know how to fix it. Torgeir,
Yes.
would you like to introduce the next segment?
Christmas traditions with Torgeir and Lele. Hell yeah.
Yay! Take it away, Torgeir.
Yes, we have planned this segment out into the last detail, definitely.
Like all of these episodes.
I want to talk about Christmas traditions and what kind of Christmas traditions you have in Finland, which ones we have in Norway. Maybe some of them are the same, maybe some of yours are crazy, maybe some of ours are crazy and we don't even realize,
We're about to find out.
Yes. So, do you want to take it away with just a random ass Christmas tradition from Finland?
Morning sauna.
Is that something you do?
Yeah, like every single... this might also just be our family. We take a sauna or go to the sauna every morning, like kind of either right after or right before breakfast or kind of like where we also eat breakfast at the same time. But yeah, we go to the sauna. And then when we were kids, when we would go into the sauna, my mom and dad would go cool off in the yard. They would leave like small gifts under the tree. And then like we would, every time we would go to the backyard to like cool off and be like, oh, have the elves left us gifts yet? And then at some point they would have and we're like, oh my god,
hell yeah,
it was the best.
Do you have a Christmas variety of the shit goblin game?
Sauna Klonko.
Yeah, that one.
I never played it with my family. No. I feel like that's more of a military thing.
Nice. Hell yeah.
But if you ever visit, we can play it.
I'm not sure if I wanna.
Oh, you wanna? Do you guys have morning sauna?
No, in the mornings in Norway on Christmas Day.
You guys also celebrate it on the 24th, right?
Yeah. So on the 24th in the morning, there is always fucking old Disney cartoons on television. Yeah, do you do that? Do you have to?
We don't have like
cartoons?
the same cartoons every year, but we have like Santa Claus's hotline that children can call into and talk
Oh,
to Santa
what?
Claus, and that is live streams.
Shit.
And then they have, in order to like give the actor who plays Santa a break, they air like cartoons every once in a while.
Yeah.
And like this is what it looks like.
That looks
It was the
sick.
same guy who played Santa for super long, and he died.
Oh,
and he
no.
was replaced by a guy who is almost identical. Like it's insane. But like yeah, like this is the first like 4 or 5 hours of the
Yeah.
morning probably.
And at first, it's always the same set of Disney cartoons.
Yeah, we have like different ones.
I
They're
think it's mostly winter themed, but not all
Yeah.
of them. It's
I think ours are pretty much all Christmas themed.
yeah.
And like we have a couple ones that are always the same, like the Snowman cartoon that was made in England in like 70s or something.
Yeah.
And we watch that every single year. And we watch the Declaration of Christmas Peace in the morning. I think that's at 11. My mom would be so disappointed that I don't remember. We hated that tradition as a kid. Sit in front of the TV and listen to a guy read like a 300-year-old's paper scroll of Christmas Peace.
Yeah.
But now I actually really like it.
We also have, I've told you about this, on the night before Christmas Eve, so the 23rd, we have, I think it is at exactly 7 o'clock. I'm not sure about the exact timing.
Morning or evening?
Evening. They play, at this point, probably 100-year-old, like, British TV sketch. It's called, what is the name of, because it has an original name that
Right.
nobody in Norway uses.
Okay.
We call it Greven og hovmesteren, but it's called, I think it's Miss Sophie's New Year or something. But yeah, it is about Miss Sophie and her New Year's party with her 4 guests, which she hosts every year with the same 4 guests, except all of her 4 guests have died at this point. Yes, so her butler has to drink for all of them. And he keeps stumbling over this fucking tiger rug like throughout the fucking episode. And the funniest moment throughout the thing is when he doesn't stumble over it and he's surprised himself.
We have talked about that, how that is like a very specific thing about comedy that I love. Like, even if it's not funny, like, it's not funny that he doesn't, like, you know, stumble on it, but it's surprising and it's not what you expect. And that's what makes it so funny.
Yeah, like, it is repeating a lot, that
Yeah.
joke with him stumbling over it. And the second that joke starts to become tiny little bit old, he doesn't stumble over it. And it just refreshes the whole joke again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Super fun.
That is so fun.
Yeah.
That's really fun.
Very fun. But also on Christmas mornings, I think this is after the Disney cartoons. Wait, I was going to say before introducing the next thing about this thing, it was once a couple of years ago, because it always airs at the same time.
Right?
Except this one year where it aired, I think it was 5 minutes earlier. And
How
people
long is
were
this?
pissed. I think it's 10 minutes long.
Oh, right.
People were so pissed. Like,
Really?
I think they aired it like later again that same night because so many people were pissed because they missed it.
Oh.
Because nobody cares about the show that it's actually a part of. Everyone just tunes into that. Like, because it's part of like a probably like 5 hour long like Christmas like idol show.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Right.
And then it has these segments.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I would be pissed too, though.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
if everyone knows that it's at 7 o'clock, you can't air it 5 to 7.
Yeah, that
Especially if
doesn't
it's
work.
10 minutes long.
And if it's aired at that exact time
Every
year since I don't know when it started. It's been going since way before I was born.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's really. I love traditions. Like, I love long running traditions. They make me very happy.
Yes. But this is a nice one. Also a long running tradition. I don't know when it started.
Yeah?
It's 60s, I think. Or is it earlier? I don't know. But yeah, it's a Czech production of, is it Cinderella?
Oh, you've talked about this.
Yeah. It's a Czech production of Cinderella. I haven't watched it myself. I've seen snippets. I don't know why they air it in Norway every year. It's a Czech production. It's not dubbed per se, but there is one track of voiceover, which was done all in one take. First time reading through the script by Tom Mathisen, the narrator in Brødrene Dal.
Oh, hell Oh, yeah.
Our favorite narrator.
Brødrene Dal, for those of you who are not Norwegian or me, is a Norwegian... It's a children's show that started in the 70s. We have talked about this before, right?
Have we mentioned it in the show?
I think we might have mentioned it before. And like, there's this one guy who has an incredibly iconic way of narrating the show.
Yeah.
Could you give us a snippet of...
Universum. En uendelighet av stjerner og planeter. Ingen vet hvor stort eller hvor gammelt det er.
Thank you.
Yes.
That's what he sounds like, and it's so funny. And a friend
It's
of ours
very
has
funny.
done audio work for him.
Yeah. Friend of ours, Christian Haugstad.
Shout out to Christian.
He did fucking audio for Mr. Narrator.
That I am starstruck by that fact.
Yeah.
Like
Secondhand starstruck.
I acted incredibly dismayed every time we started watching Brødrene Dal, but I did grow fond of it by the end of it.
Hell yeah.
Especially Gauss. He has my heart. Which you roasted. You say that I always like the guys with the most boring dialect in every Norwegian show we watch.
You do.
My favorite character is always the one who has the most basic Oslo dialect. And I have now been roasted for that.
Yes.
And that they're always also tall.
Yeah.
Tall and have an Oslo dialect.
But like, not just an Oslo dialect, because you have a range of Oslo dialects, but like the most basic, flavorless Oslo dialect.
It sounds pleasant to me. They know how to and I was going to say they know how to enunciate, unlike you, but then I fumbled back myself. Pilkkaus omaan nilkkaan. Fuck off. You can't argue with the fact that the Bergen dialect is not as easily understandable as the Oslo dialect.
Well, for you...
Exactly.
Well, I grew up in Bergen.
I can tell. That was not a compliment.
And I would actually agree. No. I find it very understandable for the most part.
When him and his friend from Bergen, you and Torstein, when they were speaking to each other, we were in a car together and I was sitting in the backseat. I just fully put AirPods into my ears because I was like, I am not going to be able to follow this conversation anyway, so might as well listen to a podcast.
So you didn't even try?
No, because I understood every 10th word maybe, and then because you speak so fast and all I hear is that's what it sounds like to me. I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to listen to Help I Sex to my boss.
You speak Finnish.
Yeah, we know how to pronounce R's.
Yeah, you take pride in it, don't you?
Yes.
Very enunciated. R's.
Especially in the city that I'm from. Tampere.
So how are things going in Finland?
Things are going very well. Thank you for asking.
Yes.
Tampere.
Tampere.
Beautiful. And how would you pronounce Tampere in Bergensk?
Tampere.
Not how it's supposed to be said. Anyway, do you have other Christmas traditions?
I don't know. Yeah, we have...
do you visit graves on Christmas Eve?
Not as a thing that I do. I think people probably do it.
Right, because we definitely visit. And sometimes we will visit in the morning and then we will visit again in the evening when a lot of people have brought in candles and it looks really pretty.
But none of my parents are from Bergen. So any relatives that have died are...
elsewhere.
So we don't have graves to visit.
Because my entire family lives in Tampere.
Yeah.
Which I haven't realized how lucky I am.
Yeah.
To have that lab. When my mom's parents were alive, or her mom, she lived in Tampere. My dad's parents live in Tampere. My cousins live in Tampere. Both cousins live in Tampere. And my aunt lives in Tampere. Huh. Everyone lives there. I don't have to travel to go see family. My grandma and my grandpa live 2-minute drive from a 2-minute drive from my house and a 15-minute walk.
Shit.
So I'm super lucky that way.
I have one uncle who happened to move outside Bergen.
Yeah.
So that's an hour drive maybe for us. But that's the closest living, or not the closest living relative in terms of how Count Olaf would see it. Yes.
Yes. Distance.
Yes.
Yes.
Only in distance.
Only in distance.
Yes.
But
I was going to tell you about the Christmas porridge.
Yeah.
We've talked about this.
We have talked about
Have we talked about this on the podcast?
I am not sure.
I think we have, because you had quite the reaction to marzipan.
I despise marzipan.
Yeah. So it's the Christmas rice porridge, which we have around lunchtime. Every fucking family does this. Around lunchtime, we have the Christmas rice porridge, and we have the manteli. What do you call it?
Yeah, manteli.
The almond.
Did you just remember it in Finnish, but not in English?
Yes.
I am so proud of you. I have never admired you more.
Anyways, and then you have the monthly.
Yeah.
And then whoever gets the monthly
Yes.
gets the
this delighted me so much.
marsipani.
You remembered that one as well.
No, I was just guessing.
It's correct. Marzipan. I fucking hate marzipan so bad. Why would you punish the person who finds the almond? That's supposed to be the winner. And you punish them by giving them a fucking pound of marzipan?
Shaped like a pig.
It looks like a lump of butter. Like just fat. And not even that, it's worse. It's marzipan.
What do you guys eat for Christmas dinner, by the way?
We have we have the Christmas ham. Then we have usually salmon and kuha. I don't know what the fuck that is in English. It's a fish.
Type of fish.
Yes.
What type of fish?
I don't know. It is that in Norwegian.
Gjeddeabbor?
Yes, that one.
Is it freshwater or saltwater?
Absolutely no. Pike perch. Don't know and don't care to look up. We have that, and then we have sweet potato casserole, carrot casserole. Motherfucker, there's a fourth one. I don't remember what it is. The carrot one is my favorite. The Swede casserole. Swede.
Swede?
Yes.
As in Swedish?
No. Swede as in this.
What is that?
What the fuck is that?
Wait. Is that? Oh, kohlrabi.
Yes, rutabaga.
Rutabaga.
That one.
Yes.
Those ones, and then we have like deviled eggs and stuff.
Hell yeah.
I love it. What about you guys?
We have, usually there are two things people have, one or the other.
Right.
We have both. It's pinnekjøtt,
Yeah.
which is, what do you call it? Sheep, which is like dried and salted, I think.
Yeah.
And then there is also, you can have ribbe, which is kind of a pork belly, which has been baked in the oven for fucking hours. And then the like top fat skin part is like you have it under the heating element on really high, so it like puffs up and becomes crispy.
Nice.
So you have like a side of crisps just as part of your meat, kind of.
Oh, that's delicious.
Yeah.
I like that.
But when we make ribbe, we don't do that.
Oh.
And Norwegians in the comments are gonna fucking hate me. We do ribbe completely differently. The way we do ribbe is more similar to how pinnekjøtt is prepared.
Yeah?
We salt it. We have like thick layers of salt and pepper on it. Then we hang it outside the house for, I think, 3 weeks before it's served. And
You're not really selling this to me.
you know how you can dry age meats to get like thicker flavors from it and shit. Basically that.
I like the first one better.
But yeah, basically when we're aging it like that, we can't keep the fat because then it's gonna go bad, I think.
Yeah, that would make sense.
But yeah, in flavor and texture, it's a lot more similar to pinnekjøtt, where it's like more dried, like kind of aged meat kind of texture, but in a really fucking good way. And more salty and flavorful kind of. It's really fucking good. And then we have
sounded better.
And then we have it with a side of what do you call it? Mushed peas.
Oh.
We have rutabaga like mush. What do you call it?
Yeah. We have that kind of like mush. That's why we call it casserole, but it's not really a casserole.
Yeah. But yeah, mushed rutabaga. Only way I'd like to explain this internationally would be a type of sauerkraut, but it doesn't taste similar to how you would get sauerkraut in Germany. But we call it surkål. It means like just sour kale or sour cabbage. But it's kind of a cabbage stew with like vinegary type of flavors. And I don't know, potatoes and fat.
Nice.
Nice.
Very nice. Do you also, after you've like come home from your relatives and go back home, do you get shit-faced?
What do you mean come back home?
Oh yeah, you don't have your relatives in the same city. Like let's say we've had Christmas dinner at our grandparents' house with the whole extended family.
Well, in that case, I would just get drunk there, you know?
Then we go home and get drunk there with me, my mom, my sister, and my mom's fiance. And the four of us listen to music and get drunk.
Christmas is a good time to get drunk, yes. Yes, I've written plenty of songs about it.
There is a video of my sister on Christmas Eve listening to Silent Night and throwing up. And it's one of my favorite videos ever.
Hell yeah.
She's like, tears flowing down. Just Silent Night. Absolutely hilarious.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, like all of this talk about like different traditions is making me really excited for Christmas, actually. And like, I don't know, you know how like there's so many songs about going home for Christmas and blah, blah, blah?
Yeah, I was talking with Selena about this earlier, actually, but yeah, keep going.
Because the thing is, I've never experienced that. I've never gone home for Christmas because I've always been home for Christmas. Like, going to my mom's house is a 10-minute walk, you know?
Yeah.
And like, it's never been a thing. But now I'm like in a different country and I'm super excited to go home for Christmas. And like, now I'm for the first time like realizing that feeling that all of those songs are about, that like how nice it is to go home for Christmas.
Yeah.
And like so many movies and stuff are centered around this concept that I've never experienced before. And I'm super excited about it.
Thing is, the past probably I think 5 years, we have been going home for Christmas, and we've tried to like be in Trondheim for a little bit with Selena's family, and be in Belgium for a little bit with my family, and like try to do maybe Christmas there and New Year's in Belgium and whatnot.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's always so fucking stressful with traveling, and then like roads over the like mountains are closed because we have to drive all the way across the country and shit if we want to drive.
Yeah.
And like trains are getting just more and more expensive.
And flying is always expensive.
Yeah. So this year we have decided not to go anywhere for Christmas.
Which is, I'm really happy for you guys.
Yeah. So we had the whole opposite thing. We were so relieved that we had just decided not to go anywhere. And we were literally saying, we're staying home for Christmas.
Yeah. Like, it's so funny how we have the exact opposites.
Yeah.
Because like, yeah, I guess the only one was when I was in the army. Like, then I technically went home for Christmas, but my army base, the first one I was at was 40 minutes from my house.
Yeah.
And the other one was an hour from my house. Or an hour and 10, 15. So not like that far. And because like I happened to have leave for Christmas. So like that was a travel I would have made kind of anyway. And like a travel I made every week to go home for the weekend kind of.
Yeah.
But like this is the first time I've actually like traveled home for Christmas.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited. Like, and I love making myself cry. Like, it feels very purifying. So I have made a playlist for myself for the plane ride to make sure that I cry when I land in Helsinki.
Nice.
Also, because it's like the one day before our Independence Day.
Yeah.
Because these are recorded in advance. It is not currently 13th of December when we record this. It is the 2nd of December.
Is this released on the 13th?
Yes.
Oh, hell yeah.
Friday the 13th.
Also, it's the Lucia Day.
Oh,
do you do that in Finland, by the way?
It's a thing we acknowledge exists, but it's not like a big thing.
Oh, we do a thing about it.
Yeah, we don't really care.
Like in schools and shit.
Yeah, schools sometimes have the Lucia thing. I think it's more of a Swedish-speaking Finn thing. And I'm from a Finnish-speaking area, so we don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I'm so cute. I'm sorry. Dear listener, I'm adorable. Now, time for some Christmas-themed
listener write-ins.
Yes.
Let's go.
I asked you guys on Insta stories today, what is your least favorite part about Christmas? And we have gotten a bunch of answers, and I'm going to read them to you now. From Rosie Susanna, we got the awkwardness when a political argument starts. And I can relate to that because I am the liberal leftist in my family, and I will make it everyone's problem. If you say something that I don't agree with, I will let you know.
Yeah.
Passionately. And yeah, a lot of my family, except my dad and my mom, are very leftist, aligned with me. But there are other members of the family who might not view things the exact same way.
Yeah.
And I like to talk about politics with you, which is something you should never do with your family.
No, never.
No, but like we don't have like any, I guess, Republican equivalents in our family. Everyone is like leftist, or not leftist, but I guess they're not left-leaning, but they're not not racist or homophobic.
That's nice.
But there are things that I'm like, I disagree with you on that. And then Jennifer Elström has sent us all the money spending. And fair, I have spent 200 euros in the past week buying Christmas presents and tickets home.
Yes.
Then from Jet, we have when you're trying to buy a gift for somebody special, but it's already sold out. That has to suck.
Has to suck real bad.
This is why you make your Christmas presents yourself.
Yes.
Yes, then you can only blame yourself when they're not ready for Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
And then we have from Dr. Boyband, forced and phony good cheer. I, in general, hate forced positivity.
Yeah.
Or the fucking live, laugh, love, and be positive. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Like toxic positivity, you know?
Yeah, I know.
I hate that. One of my least favorite concepts in the world.
Yeah.
I am Selina Aletta.
That is my girlfriend.
That is your girlfriend?
Hell yeah.
She has said, spending all my money. So
She
real,
do
girl.
that.
She do that?
Yeah, especially around Christmas.
Selina, do you do that?
A little bit.
Selina and I are about to blow our money on Sabrina Carpenter tickets. Yippee! Yippee! From Mario, we have people buying gifts last minute. Craziest people you'll ever meet acting like rabid dogs. Can confirm, as someone who worked in retail, people are fucking insane.
Yeah.
And when they know they are wrong, they will never admit it and they will like make you look bad, even though they know they're wrong.
Yeah.
And that's the worst part. But Torgeir,
That is
we
me.
are closer to Christmas. Are you feeling the Christmas spirit yet?
I'm doing my Christmas dance for you at home who can't see
Hell yeah.
or are only listening.
You are missing out on epic dance moves.
Yes. We're doing the Christmas dance. Yeah,
I'm playing with
super
balls.
excited about Christmas.
God. Before this turns into a war zone, I will see you next week, Torgeir, and where we
Yes.
will get further and further into the Christmas cheer.
Actually, I won't see you next week.
You won't see me next week. Don't say that. I'm gonna cry.
We're gonna see you next week. We're just gonna have to pre-record it.
Yes. Okay.
You with the reindeer.
White man in his early 70s with a lot of reindeer.
Yeah, a whole bunch actually.
Bit of a beer belly.
Yeah.
Is that Santa?
No, that's a hobo.
Merry Christmas,